Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for entertaining my book. To be honest with you, I had no plan with this video other than just turning it on and just saying whatever's on my mind as I deconstruct this blanket that was meant to be for my best friend's baby. In my self-proclaimed self-diagnosed ADHD, I do have a habit of being obsessed over certain projects, YouTube, and crocheting. And for a while, I was like super obsessed with it. With both really, YouTube and crocheting. This is the blanket that I'm currently working on, which is not even complete. Like, I'm trying to make a full, a full blanket, not a full, like a throw size blanket, and that's taking a while. When I was trying to make this blanket, I was really committed to it, and I just fell out because that's just what happens. And with YouTube, I did the same thing. Of all the times that I was doing YouTube, I was super obsessed with it and stuff, and just fell out. I guess we could talk about that. The first time that I tried making a YouTube channel was back in 2011 when I was in Germany. At that time, it was just my oldest son and I in Germany. YouTube had been around for a while at that point, and it was like the time of Jenna Marbles, Mika Kitty, and well, she changed her name to Tessa Violet, but it wasn't Tessa Violet. Maybe it was Mika Kitty, but I want to say like Mika Kitty was like her best friend, and then Ray William Johnson was like a big guy. But anyway, again, it's one of those things where it's just like, well, I have nothing else to do. I'm bored. It's literally just my kid and I in Germany, which I think is kind of like something interesting, something new. So I did videos here and there, but they were like kind of dumb, to be honest with you. Like, I remember one of them was talking about the difference between female and male condoms. Sometimes they're like some cool stuff. For instance, Germany really loves their festivals, so my friends and I would go to festivals and stuff, and I would record that. Unfortunately, I basically deleted everything because I was low-key ashamed, and yeah, like I just deleted everything from that era. And then finally got orders at the end of 2012 to come back to the States. And I was thinking like, oh, I can keep up my YouTube channel and stuff like that, but I never really got around to it because primarily I felt like he wasn't really supportive of it. So I didn't do that. And it had been a while from that point, 2012 to, I want to say 2015. That was when my husband, then boyfriend at the time, came back from deployment. And he, for some reason, I just wanted to do YouTube again. We did some things like tasting kombucha sodas. I think at that point it was more or less of, I was into like the whole YouTube family scene and stuff, but stopped doing that because honestly I kind of got weirded out with the whole thought process of like, if because I never really thought that I could ever be famous doing these things. If we did blow up and was the center of all of this, there is a possibility that there are weirdos online, as there are in real life, that would know his name, and that kind of wigged me out. So again, with the whole purge of the YouTube videos or the YouTube stuff that I made, so that idea was dead. And then in, let's see, 2018, I think 2018, well, it was like well before that. I would say like 2017, I started selling Perfectly Posh. as far as like gaining customers and stuff like that, it was a whole thought process of, oh, you should make videos and stuff of sampling your things and everything. So then I started doing that again. And now at that point we were in Colorado, and we like, that was also around the time where Shane Dawson did like his documentary series kind of thing with Jeffree Star. And that I knew about Shane Dawson, of course I knew about Jeffree Star, and but I just started watching him again, and then I became inspired. So of course I did the one natural thing that everyone does, is make a YouTube channel. So I started doing that in the whole intent of like selling my MLN Perfectly Posh, to make videos of like demoing the makeup, or demoing the, not really makeup, they weren't making makeup at the time, but it was like the face masks. And then it got into this whole thing of, oh, I want to do unboxing videos, because there's one chick that I used to watch a lot, and she's still doing it, which kudos to you. I wanted to do unboxing, and I incorporated the kids in it and stuff, but I was a little bit more careful than I was with. And then unboxing videos are very, very expensive, if anybody needed to tell you that, and very wasteful. So I did that, and then Perfectly Posh I wasn't doing so well because I am not meant to be a salesperson. I suck at that, and I feel bad when people like spend a lot of money on these products and stuff, and you're like, oh yeah, it's so good for you, blah blah. Hence the reason why I sucked at selling Scentsy, because that stuff was so expensive. Although I really liked it, it was just too expensive, and it was just hard for me to just kind of pretend like I didn't care, but I do. That kind of segued into wanting to do videos of makeup, and I'm not a makeup artist. I can't be a makeup artist. Basically, the only things I can really draw are stick figures. So I don't even know why I thought there was a possibility of me being a makeup artist at one point. There was, and there was one part, like in addition to the unboxing and stuff like that, because Jeffree Star started getting really popular again with like his makeup brand and all that stuff. So obviously I was starting to get like the FOMO and everything of, oh, his collab came out. Oh my God, especially, side note, the conspiracy collab that he did with Shane Dawson, got so into that, wasted probably a ton of money, but like I have most of the products still that I probably should use. And then also doing the whole like unboxing mystery boxes and stuff, like mystery unboxing with like Jeffree Star and Beautylish, which I would tell myself that never again, like I'm not doing these mystery boxes and stuff. I literally just bought the Jeffree Star mystery bag that he just did for Halloween, because it was still there. And then also like the beginning of this year, I told myself I'm not gonna do the Beautylish lucky bags. Like, no, it was just stupid, because like half of the stuff I don't use. That's a lie, because I actually did use a good majority of it. But here I am, still doing it. Although I won't really, unless like that's like something you guys are really interested in, like living vicariously through other people. I mean, I know that's the reason why like a good majority of YouTube exists, is like those unboxing and stuff, because you're living vicariously through other people. Anyway, sorry, sidetrack. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, the third time of me making YouTube videos was probably the longest running one that I've done. But then I kind of fell out of it, because mostly the fact that it was just so expensive, and we were just getting so much stuff, and it was just kind of very unnecessary, extremely unnecessary. For me, I truly like the whole idea of like editing videos and everything like that, and then putting it on like online and being so proud about it. Although I know that the internet is your worst critics, because you know it's easy to provide harsh criticism to people that you don't know. It's easy to just write a few words to make it hurt and sting, but then not even think about the consequences of like how that person feels, you know? Like, then the beauty of anonymity of online is the fact that you can say what you want to say when you know yourself, you can't say it at face value. You know what I mean? Anyway, sorry, rant. But yeah, I don't know, like this video is just so random. Sorry, I didn't really have a direction. I want to say that there was a recent time too that I was making videos. I just don't remember when. I think it was like, I think I did try to make a family channel, but again, the whole like uproar against it, which like I totally get. Also, I really don't want to put my kids on the internet. Oh, like, by the way, I am reading The Anxious Generation, this book right here, sorry, The Anxious Generation. Yeah, if you're a parent, if you are a parent, I would highly recommend you to read that book, because it pretty much opens up your eyes on why the current generations, or not the current gen, it pretty much opens up your eyes as to why there's so much social anxiety, why there's so much mental health issues in the current generations. Like, it all makes sense. And the sad thing is that these things, the fact that they all make sense, they were obvious, if you know what I mean. At least it was obvious to me. That book literally kind of tells you like all the issues, like it explains it, why there's a possibility and everything. And I think I'm at the point where it's kind of giving solutions as to like how we can essentially heal the future generations from mistakes that happen basically from like the 2010s, which again is kind of funny because 2010s was when I wanted to make my first YouTube video or channel. But for real though, it's a really interesting read if you are a parent, or if you're not a parent, like it's something interesting. The very recent YouTube videos idea that I wanted to do was with Patrick. I've been wanting to make a podcast with him because I personally feel like him and I have like really good conversations. And I was like, oh yeah, I feel like it's podcast worthy. But we never really got around to that. We kind of did, and I deleted all of them again. I keep on telling myself this all the time too when I'm making YouTube videos, like this is the one where I'm gonna stick to it and stuff, and I'm not gonna go crazy, and I'm not gonna do crazy things and everything. Yeah, okay, keep telling myself that. But bottom line, I really do like editing videos for whatever reason. I learned so much. Maybe it's just because I just like YouTube in general, but yeah, I really do have fun with it. Honestly, another thing too that I was thinking about YouTube, like when I tell other people like, oh yeah, I have a YouTube channel, I feel like it really helps with public speaking. I mean, granted, it's not really public speaking because you're like talking to a camera and stuff, but when you listen back, and I know a lot of people don't like listening to their voices, they find it cringy, or they like watch videos of themselves, but the fact that you have to do that for YouTube kind of does help with public speaking. The first time that I did YouTube, I realized that I said a lot of ums, and that made me very cognizant as far as me doing it in actual public speaking. Although my public speaking still sucks because I still stumble over my words. And Patrick makes fun of me all the time about this because English is my first language. I don't know another language. I mean, I'm trying to learn Chinese, but that's not really an excuse. If you are like not good at public speaking or impromptu speaking, you should try YouTube. I also feel like everyone has a story to share or whatever. Yeah. Oh, that was like another thing too, my problem with like YouTube in the past and stuff. I always felt like you had to have a niche. You had to have something that you cling on to for your claim to fame, to get your spot into the YouTube world or some YouTube community. And honestly, I kind of feel like I want to just be myself. Like, is there a yourself community? I mean, I guess like vlogging community, but not to the extent of like I'm like pretty much recording my whole day life. I don't know, I kind of ran out of things to say. Like, this is much like my craft over here is kind of a jumbled mess. And yeah, my goal, because I have like a huge Tupperware of yarn that I had well-meaning intentions to crochet like blankets with and stuff. And of course they sat there with no use. And instead of like giving them away and stuff, because I know myself, I'm gonna want to do it again. And one of the current gripes of Patrick is I keep on doing that. I get rid of perfectly good things and then I want to use it again, so I buy more, and I do this crazy cycle of wanting to do things, throwing it away, wanting to do things again, throwing it away. So instead of doing that, I'm going to continue making blankets. I think my goal for that is to make as many blankets as I can with the material or with what I have. And then I also saw some chick, I think it was on TikTok or something. It was like a short form video. I want to say it was TikTok, but I don't know. It could have been you, or it could have been Facebook. But it was a chick who went to thrift stores and she bought like sweaters that were made of yarn, essentially, and she broke them down to have yarn of her own. And I thought that was a really cool idea, but since I have a lot of yarn at home, that idea will be put on the back burner. If I keep on doing YouTube videos, that will probably be an idea in the future, but I promised myself that before I actually get to that idea, I need to finish my yarn cache, if you will. Because I think it doesn't make sense that I'm trying to make I'm trying to make more yarn when I have yarn at home. It's crazy. All right, well, I have nothing else left to say besides the fact that I am just tearing apart this this blanket, which I'm almost done. Who knows how long I was working on this blanket. I have another one that I found, and it's with like the standard yarn that everyone uses. I gotta break down that one too, but that's not gonna be anytime soon. And then the fact that I have like this deep maroon color, I think I have like 2 rolls or something like that. That I'll have to probably buy like other colored yarn to kind of match with it. I'll just see you guys in the next video, whatever that may look like. So thanks for listening, ramble on. Thanks for listening to me ramble on. All right, have a good day. Bye.